We are back. We got new mics. You see this right here. So we are back with the Father Mood podcast, and today's topic is why don't we ask for help? And if we do ask for help, how should we ask for help? We're gonna dive into how do men ask for help because we are so bad at it, right? So I am joined by my co-host Braxton.
What's happening? How y'all doing today, man?
And special guest, like I say, special guest. We got Izzy, aka
Two Shot Reckless Izzy. Hey, how y'all doing?
Two Shot Reckless Izzy. So we haven't had a Two Shot Reckless Izzy on this call yet. So I say call on this Zoom. I say Zoom now. We haven't had a Two Shot Izzy on our podcast before, so it's gonna be a good time.
Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely have fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Two Shot Izzy, I want to talk to you first and just see what have been challenges with you actually asking for help, and have you ever needed help and didn't ask for help? And if so, why?
I need help all the time. As far as I'm a spiritual person, so God, but as a man, I was always taught to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
How my family is, they're like, you'll have your career path, you'll have your passion, you'll know what you're here for, your purpose, you know how you're gonna make your money, and you're good at it. But they'll tell us, I had to figure it out. You had to figure it out on your own.
And so basically, whenever you feel like it's a need to ask for help, you with your family, they kind of always make you figure it out.
I guess personally, I could say I don't like asking for help because when I ask for help, people can't do it.
That's deep.
So that deters me from asking.
I could dig that.
Joe.
And then Chris, what about you? Because I feel like here you probably got a different background than most of us. And so what about you when it comes to asking for help? Is that different for you, or do you feel like you asking it?
I kind of feel like Izzy, but I wanted to touch on a couple of things you said, Izzy, where you talked about one, they may not be able to help you, so why even ask, right? I think we do make those assumptions a lot of times. We feel like you out here struggling just like me, so how you gonna help me? And then the other thing is when people say, well, I had to do it this way, so you should have to do it this way. And I feel like other people don't really do that, right? They're like, I had to struggle to get this, so I don't want you to struggle to get this, so here's what you do. Here's X, Y, Z. Oh, here's some seed money to get you started, right? They do all that. So I almost feel like it's kind of like a cop-out, like an excuse. Like I don't want to help you, or I don't feel like I can help you. So I'm gonna just say, well, I had to figure it out, so you got to figure it out. So I don't like that. I hate to hear that.
That gives me the mindset of what can I even ask for?
Sure. They telling you don't ask me for nothing, pretty much.
Basically.
Yeah.
From jump.
I'll tell you, for me, I have a good example of asking for help. So I'm like you, I don't want to ask for help. I don't feel right. It makes me uncomfortable. Maybe even less of a man, to be honest with you.
Making it less masculine.
But now I'm trying to figure out, because now I don't necessarily need help for just to get by. But now I'm to the point where I need the help to succeed.
Most that.
I need help to excel. And I'm trying to do everything by myself because I grew up that way, thinking do it by yourself. And now it's like, no, I need help to get to where I want to go. So now I'm trying to figure out, how do I enlist people or ask people or utilize people to help me partner and go, higher, excel. So I'm trying to do that. But I'll say growing up, I always had my mom ask for help, ask my dad for help. One story about my dad, my mom. I had a loan. I was doing mortgages, right? So I had mortgages and I had a line of credit. And this line of credit, I could borrow money from the line of credit, fund a mortgage, and then I would sell it. So I would basically take, let's just say it's $150,000, borrow from the line, pay that, lend it. So now I paid for this loan, and then I would sell it. And so then I would recoup the money. You make a little margin. However, there was a little down payment assistance, and I would borrow that from my mom, like a line of credit she had. Problem is, y'all remember 2007, 2008?
Yep.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
I was crashing.
Everything flipped. So now it's a wrap, right? And now I got this money I borrowed on my mom's credit card, and I can't sell it. And so now I just owe this money on my mom's credit card. Man, I cried several times off of that.
I bet.
Real tears.
No,
Yeah, I just paid it off slowly over time.
Nothing about that. But for me to hear that, my mom had an $1,800 loan on her car,
Mm-hmm.
and I graded my fingers. And she peed in the glove, and I got like 10 bands back. And she just wanted $1,800 for me so she could pay off that loan or whatever.
Yeah.
She was so much on my ass after that happened, and I just moved out. I never gave her that money.
Okay, I'm not following this whole thing.
Yeah, wait. What?
There was a lot. There was some pee in the glove, and it was 1,800,
So-
and it's 10,000.
Let me see.
As far as the money and the knowledge of that, what you just broke down,
Yeah.
mine is just on a lower scale.
Right.
And I was just saying how your mother helped you
Yep.
and was there for you.
Yep.
And my mom was only there for the money aspect. And
But it sounds like what you just said was that you got hurt at work, right?
yeah, she
And
helped
then
me out.
she
She helped me out.
she pissed for you because you were gonna fail the drug test, correct?
Yeah.
And then
Uh-huh.
when she paid for you because you was gonna fail the drug test, she wanted $1,800.
Yeah.
And instead of giving her that,
I moved out.
you moved out of here. That's it. Well, you're horrible. What?
That's how I feel about it. That's why I said. That's why I brought it up. That's why, because I was trying to you having a good rapport with your mother.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Now, me and my mama don't speak at all. Yeah, so you ain't just in a hole.
Me and my mom still speak.
She's waiting for $1,800.
Okay, my point of saying that was too. My mom comes to me for advice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm her child.
Mm.
She taught me growing up that she learned how to be a mother off of TV.
That's deep.
Wow.
Yeah, so she had two twins out of nowhere. No one helped her. She did it on her own. So, and she loved her daughter more than me, and she admitted that before.
Wow.
But she always wanted a girl.
Dang.
Tell me more about her learning to parent off of TV. Like, so what were influences and how did that affect the way she parented? Because, TV, especially you talk about TV back in the day, you didn't get an accurate picture of what it means
To be honest, I wouldn't even know how that would help her parent because I was abused. I just get my ass. She didn't know how to raise a male.
That wasn't on TV.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? She always tell her daughter better, but as a male, I didn't know what was right or wrong. I didn't know what was bad, but I just get my ass beat. And it just is what it is.
Yeah.
How would you say that has like affected you, bro? Like in dealing with folk, bro.
That's all. I don't really mess with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really to myself, standoffish. I had a lot of jobs, even in high school. In high school at Westlake, I was only there for 3 months. At Langston, I was there for about the same. And they kicked me out because they said I walked around the school like I didn't want to be there. And as a child, how do you tell a child that? Because how do I look like I don't want to be? I'm at school. I showed up.
First off, who wants to be there?
Yeah, most of it.
Yeah.
But, I think with the school system, bro, a lot of times they just felt us as kids because, you know what I'm saying? Everybody going through their own thing.
Yeah.
And if you don't have experience in something, then you don't know what's going on. And unless you tell somebody what you're going through and what's happening, they don't know. Because I got kicked out of I went to 9 different schools in 12 years. And so I always was getting kicked out. And I remember this one time I was about to fight a dude. I whooped his ass. But I was finna get the fight. I didn't want to fight him. I didn't want to fight him. I told him, I said, bro, I don't want to fight.
Okay.
Like, I'm homeless at this point. I just got kicked out of my mama's house. I finna take the ACT the next day. And I was known for fighting. I had beat his brother up. And this was a while ago. And so bro came was like, we're going to have to do this. I don't feel like fighting, bro. You got it. And he pushed me. I had to whoop his ass. So I beat him up. And then I told the counselor, because when I finished, I just kind of drove bro down the hallway until one of them kind of just came and got me. And when they got me, I was just like, I'm telling the counselor, like, bro, I didn't feel like doing none of that. And I really did everything I could not to have to fight. And it's like, bro, I'm homeless right now. Like, I'm going through so much that coming here and telling y'all school up ain't nothing for me. So the council was kind of like, don't suspend them, don't put them back in alternative school. Cause I just got back from alternative school. And
the homelessness part is the reason why you went so hard on
Bro, I ain't really go hard on him. I whoop everybody ass.
Drag them down the hallway is not.
It just keep them above
until
me.
somebody came and hooked it up. Was it?
I think, bro, you know, like I be telling my girl now, and I think Chris and all the grown men and probably ain't been in fighting men. But like I tell my lady, like, man, nigga try me right now. Like, he gonna get his ass whooped. I'm gonna be calling him different names. For all the times I ain't wanted to whoop some ass, and I did, I'm gonna beat your ass for all the times.
I'm small, and I was always taught to. I don't fight to defend. I fight to kill. If you fuck with me, there's no reason. You shouldn't have a reason to fuck with me.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
That's how I keep myself. That's how I present myself. So if I forgot to take it there, that's what it's gonna have to go to.
Yeah, nah, bro. I was a fight. Like I grew up in a fighting family. Like my little girl slapped people. Like that was her first incline. They called it Billy Club Bandit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. They called it Billy Club Bandit in the hospital. She was in NICU. They had to put a Billy Club on it because she was hitting people.
Wow.
Yeah, and so they tied a pound
in your blood.
Yeah, just in your blood, bro.
There's
And
angry folks.
I know, bro. Like that.
Aggressive.
Hey, I called my dad. I said, man. I said she acting like a Stars. He said, damn, man. She already hitting people. I said, yo. He's like, damn, man. Yeah, you gonna have to nip down the buzz.
You got last night start like stuff.
Yeah. With an extra S. I got an S behind the K. But yeah, I like Iron Man, but with an S behind the K. So instead of Stark, nah, he was Stark.
Oh, black
I'm
people just say
black people.
Stark.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
Stark.
funny. You might find out your name was Stark, and y'all just added the S.
They said Mr. Stark.
3 generations.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
And so, you know, for me, I realized me not telling the count, basically me not going to the school and letting them know, like, bro, I was in this predicament. I'm really like this. That they couldn't really help me. And so I kept getting kicked out. I kept getting judged just like, oh, you the bad kid. You the disobedient kid. But really, I'm the hurt kid.
So to bring it back to the topic, you said the counselor. So back then, you had help? You had someone to talk to?
I mean, I was a black kid in a white school. At this point, when I actually thought that the counselor was a resource, I'm a black kid in an all-white school. And so nothing that I said registered with them. They didn't have an understanding of it. And that was something that was deep to me, even when we talked the Love for Father summit. I was talking to Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen was just like, you know, a certain thing like been through. And he was breaking them down. I'm like, I didn't know it was possible not to go through certain things.
Right.
I thought like you had to. And so I thought so many things I went through was normal. And then I started realizing then, like I really went to the room that night and kind of shed a couple tears. I'm like, damn. Like, it was traumatic, man. And so, yeah, bro. So I don't know if I answered the question, but
well, you actually, if I felt like you were starting to come back to the topic and saying that you didn't express what was going on, right? So you didn't ask for help as a kid.
Nah.
You just, the way you communicate with people was, you know, aggression.
Most definitely.
Right. I'm gonna fight you, whatever it is. And a lot of kids are like that. But also a lot of grown men are like that. They don't know how to say, man, I'm not doing good. You know what I'm saying? I'm hurting because of XYZ. So they don't do that, but they are hurting because of XYZ. And then they may show it in other ways, right? They may get into fights with people, they may be argumentative, things like that. So not asking for help probably put you in a situation to fight that kid.
Most definitely.
You know, had you been able to say like, man, you know, I just left my mom's house. I don't got nowhere to stay. You know, because a lot of schools have housing for kids like that nowadays. I don't know about back then.
I don't know. I wish.
Right.
It would have been dope, man. Like, yeah, cause
the only thing they had back then in them days was a breeze car from the social worker at the school.
See, we didn't have social worker at my school, bro. I'm from Alabama, and so I'm from like by that point, I'm saying a small town Alabama, because my mama thought if I get you away from black people, you won't fight no more. And then
that's worse.
It got worse because now
with racism.
I'm dealing with racism and I'm dealing with black folks that you ain't even from where I'm from, but you want to be, and so you act in a certain way. This is
a little off topic, but
yeah.
Do you guys remember your first racist encounter?
Yeah. You want to go first?
So I don't remember my first one, but it's interesting because my dad's black, my mom's white, and my dad. So first off, St. Cloud, Minnesota is where I was born. It's about 45 minutes outside of Minneapolis, but because of the way people move in Minneapolis, it might as well be like 3 hours away. You know what I'm saying? Like you came about an hour to get over here, right? But people move around like that in Atlanta. Not so much in Minnesota at that time. So he's in St. Cloud. The reason why he's in St. Cloud because he was released from prison in St. Cloud. And so he's now in St. Cloud trying to figure it out. and it's a very, very white city. Like, I mean, I'm guessing black people might have been 3-4%, you know, at the time. And so he meets my mom, white lady, my dad, loves white women. And so he obviously made me, and then brings me home. There's a letter from the Ku Klux Klan on our door. Yeah, threatening for, you know, whatever to happen. So my parents pack up and leave. You know, that was the first encounter. So I don't remember that part.
That's what I said. That's before you was born.
Yeah, I don't remember that part.
But I mean, it affected his life.
Yeah.
It affected my life.
Yeah,
that's
we had to move because of it. So, obviously, racism is very prevalent still to this day, right? It still happens to this day. But that was the first time I encountered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first probably was going to that school I was talking about, and all the kids, like, they would wear Confederate flags. And, you know, I'm hip to this. You know what I'm saying? And then when you walk into school, it's slaves picking cotton on the wall. And so my first issue was like, yo, why we got to walk by slaves picking cotton on the wall? I said, it's your heritage. You should be proud of it. It's your history, what you've been through. And so I'm like, well, cool. Like, you want to play with me, it's fine, man. It's the principle. And so I'm like, cool, whatever. And so they wear they Confederate flags. I wore a Black Power shirt one day. Okay. They kicked me out of school, suspended me.
For real?
Yeah, they said that I was wearing like a divisive shirt. And I was like, well, y'all wear Confederate flags. They said that's heritage. That's their history.
That's what they said.
I'm like, mine is heritage and history. They're like, no, yours is tied to a hate group.
Okay.
The Black Panthers is classified as a hate group. But the Confederate flag and the
Ku Klux Klan, they not a hate group.
The Confederate flag, because that was my thing.
It's not a hate group.
I think it is, but it's hard to tell somebody else what to think about what their thing is. And I learned that in life.
Yeah, so I encountered that at high school too, where a kid was like, "No, because I'm from the South." He was from Kentucky. I was like, "All right, I guess." Where you up in Minnesota? And I didn't do the research at the time, but it just didn't sit right with me. But I later learned that the Confederate flag really, it came about after the Civil War, right? That's when they really became proud of it. Now, of course, it was in the Civil War, but they started using it as a sign of Southern pride, more so a coded message, because the reason why there was a Civil War in the first place was because of slavery. It was saying the Confederate flag represents we want slavery. That's really what the war was about.
That's it.
Right. That's it. They can say whatever else they want. So I don't go for it at this point in time. To me, the Confederate flag is simply a racist symbol.
Well, definitely. Yeah. I consider it to be racist too, bro. But know what you got. If you all be, you want to be gay, be gay. You want to be racist, be racist. You want to be hateful, be hateful.
Why you had to clear that up when you did that?
Cause, bro, just like, you know, because for so long I couldn't say certain things. Like in high school, I would have said there's no telling what would have happened. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't have no gay friends?
Yeah, I got gay friends.
All right, then.
I'm saying if you want
to,
but no. I want to clear my throat for be gay. I'll clear my throat for you gonna be racist, be racist.
Oh, okay.
I do business, bro. Okay. And so I'm a business owner. And so to say certain things, bro, ain't no telling how people perceive that people X you out. And so, you know, I'm just giving a true thing here. Even saying be gay, you gotta think like how they look for business. Cause then what you trying to say you is. But what I'm saying is I think everybody should be able to be themselves. No matter what you into, whatever you do, just be you and be happy with who you are. And don't infringe on nobody else's reality. Like I think Diddy should be able to do whatever he want to do.
Say what now?
I see my head, yeah, but I don't think Diddy's wrong. Diddy's not wrong, bro.
Wrong? What part? What aspect?
Yeah, which part? Right. Which
you just can't just say that.
Buying male, like, look, I ain't gonna put my dad out there like that. But it's a lot of people out here that buy prostitute, bro. Like, and all he was doing about male prostitutes that was of age and knocking them back in. Nobody on the Epstein list is in prison.
The issue with Diddy's situation more so, I think,
first of all,
power,
like we were talking
power
about.
of it,
right? And yes, just like the Bill Cosby's and
Bill Cosby's a different story. That's drugging and raping. Whereas Diddy is more so power.
He was trying to buy stations like Michael Jackson was, like how he was buying.
That's the same thing with
buying them and getting so much power that they gotta cut your water off. They cut Bill water off.
That's the same thing with Diddy though. Diddy
they cut P. Diddy water off.
Yeah.
Did y'all notice?
Anytime you get a lot of lump sum of money and you moving up, they gonna cut your water off. If you ain't playing ball with them,
I get that, but there's a lot of evidence, and we did see a video.
Yeah, you right about that though.
What you talking about? You know, Cassie?
Yeah.
I mean, he gave her $30 million.
Like Shannon Sharp say, you can't give them nothing. You can't give them the ammo. They already looking for something. You can't give them something to find.
This is true. Yeah.
I mean, Shannon need to take his own advice. But yeah. But my thing is, bro, since we here, because I don't know how we got here, but Bill Cosby was trying to buy major black media.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy
ain't that what Netflix and Paramount and all that's going through right now?
Diddy owned
They
major
start talking
black
about that
media.
though.
Yeah, they got to. Diddy owned major black media. Now let's tell you what happened before all this stuff came out on Diddy. That they already knew.
Major Black, yeah,
Already knew.
He was trying to buy BET at one point in time.
Well,
as
he
well.
didn't worry about BET. What he did was he put Farrakhan on national TV. Revolt was on basic cable. He let Farrakhan speak on basic cable when all the other networks cut it off. And then next thing you know, all this shit about Diddy came out. If you go back, go look when Diddy sold Revolt. He sold Revolt way before all this started happening.
No, I'm waiting for.
Yeah, it was like a couple months wait before this happened.
Yeah, a couple months.
He got rid of Revolt.
Because he had.
Have they announced who owns Revolt?
No.
All right, they just gave you a black face of Revolt.
Yeah.
But we still don't know who owns Revolt now. That's
how
all I want you to think about.
Take the money.
That's all I want you to think about. It's a black CEO, but you don't know who owns it after he sold it. No, forget it. So
that's real.
Yeah, so
that's real.
I feel like Diddy went down for something that if we really that hard up about it, why we ain't saying nothing about the Epstein files?
They ain't saying something.
No, they're not.
Trump
is still. We got a president on
saying some bull, doing some bull that distracts us from that, and everybody just going.
How we get distracted from that? And we
stories and headlines. That's the distraction.
Diddy hit the wrong me.
People just like to hear something every day on the news. What they talk about, something bad. They don't never talk about nothing good. Because why? They keep you tuned in and listening.
Okay. I think distraction is the key word.
Exactly.
And it is it's the media. It's really interesting because back in when I was a child, right, it was more there was limited sources for media, right?
Yeah.
There were these major sources, and so they could
there
control
wasn't so much content out here.
Now they can control it just by sheer volume, right?
Exactly.
I don't need to necessarily have the truth. I can just push a truth.
Exactly.
And if I push it enough, then we'll get over it. We'll just accept it, or we'll keep on, or we'll be confused, and we'll just move on. So we do get distracted really easy. Like even how we got distracted on this podcast.
I know.
We said we were gonna start off talking about why do men struggle with asking for help.
Yeah.
We've had racism in schools.
We almost about
Bill Cosby. You want to go to AI next? Who knows what other kind of conspiracy theories will come up?
But with the help, part.
But the help part is really powerful, right? Because it, as you mentioned in your story, Braxton, I think it summed it up really well. Like as a child, you did not feel comfortable asking for help. I think part of it is if we do ask for help as men, it's an admission in our mind that we aren't man enough, right? Because we kind of learned that to not ask for help, not need for anything. But I think that it's really important for us to, especially kind of in a setting like this, you got to be able to speak up and say, hey, I need a little help right now. Because if you ask for help now, you may get what you need, or you may just get it off your chest rather than walking around and who knows now. Maybe you don't fight somebody, right? But maybe you get locked up by the police, right? Maybe you don't react right in a traffic stop. Something like that, because you're walking around with all this stuff on your back. So if we only ask for help, even if we don't get the help, we might just get some support verbally, emotionally. We might just get a hug, and that might be what we need. So there's that. I think we have to be able to do that and be brave about it. I need some help.
So in your friend group or in your family right now, can you ask for help?
For sure.
No.
For sure I could.
For money, for watching your son, for
watching my son.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could. Now, if you don't have that,
that's what really matters.
Yeah. Now, first off, I'm 42, right? So it's different in your circle as you get older, and especially if you meet the right people, you'll be able to find people like that you can ask for help. First off, you got people now that you can ask for help. In your new circle. Yeah. I mean, I might have asked, say if I was 20, I might have asked somebody for help and maybe they didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? They would want to give it to me. Maybe they didn't have it. So that's a good question though, because sometimes that's true. It's like, why even ask if everybody's struggling like me? But then I think that's yet another reason in a topic we talked about in our group, maybe get a new circle. Not replace your circle, but find some additional people to be in a circle.
bro, replace the circle, and not in a heartless way, but you gotta replace the mindset of the circle. How about that? Before you replace the circle, replace the mindset of the circle. Because if all of us can't come up with $2,200, $2,400, then it's something wrong right there.
Yeah. In what time span? What times?
We should better do it right then, bro. Like, look, this is my thing. If anybody can do it, that means you can do it. And so my friend group sitting around and everybody, like, I can't call nobody for help. Like, the reason I can't call nobody for help, my friend group can't have one. I'm a transplant to Atlanta. I haven't went outside to make friends because my entire time being here, I've just been working. So, like, when you look, like, for me, my life was, like, everything that I've been able to do, I did it in, like, 4 years, 5 years of just straight work, not time for friends. And so do I have, like, people I can call, like, to talk to? Yeah, I got.
So, look what you just said. So, though, 4 or 5 years, I've been hearing recently, like, as far as a career, you're supposed to spend at least 3 years in the field to get somewhere. But I've been told a lot of times, because I stress a lot and I got high anxiety. I live in the moment. Now, I take it day by day, moment by moment. And you just said you just planned your mouth. Your life, you mapped your mouth. You mapped your life out in 3-4 year plans, but you're not living in the moment.
No, I ain't say I mapped it out. I said in 3 to 4 years, I was able to get you around. Yeah, I was
right, but you didn't. But I was live. You didn't get out here. You didn't experience. You didn't.
That's based on, so living and what people consider a complete life is based on perspective and personal perspective. Because for me, I'm here doing that because I gotta get my son back. I gotta get this house right. I gotta make sure my kid with me. And so I can go out and party and hit all these model chicks that everybody else that were working with me was doing. But if I'm doing that, I'm taking food out of my baby mouth and I'm prolonging when I can actually get custody of him again, right? And so I didn't have time to party and play. And then by the time I got him, and got my family, got a house, it was like, shit, man, it's not even part of my lifestyle no more. Right. Like, it don't make sense to me now, because I go out and you shoot me, then what? Because I'm the type that who probably say some shit make you want to shoot me. So I'm gonna stay in the house. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. So I'm the type to stay in the house, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't go out. And then the people that I had that I was friends with in Bama, we so far apart on mindset now, it don't even make sense. My best of friends. I can't call you no more, because if I call you, the first thing you leave with is, nigga, you Hollywood. Or you ain't hit me in it. He ain't hit me either. Or, bro, I need this. And I'm like, nigga, I got a whole family. I can't take food out their mouth and give it to you. Now, if I can, I got you. What I always tell people, if I got it, you got it. Right. But if I don't have it to give, I can't give it. Now, if you need some advice so I can put you on a plate, I can do that. But don't nobody want the play no more. They just want the money. I'm not, I can give you a play on how to get there. I can tell you how to get the bread. Yeah. Real quick and easy. But, like, that's my thing. Like, everybody in my life have advice for me, but they don't think they need advice. And that's one thing I don't do. I don't take advice from people who don't believe they need advice.
See, I think that's another thing, too. When you don't have those real-life examples in your life that you can see of successful people, you don't understand what it really takes, what it really looks like. So you do live, your everything has to be mapped, right? Like, I want to be a millionaire now. Matter of fact, my best friend, he laughs at me to this day because I said, I want to be a millionaire by like 21. But I was confident. I knew I was going to be a millionaire by 21, right? And he just thought that was so funny to me. Like, he thought it was ridiculous. Like, it's going to take more time than that, because that's what it takes, more time than that for 99.999% of the people, right? You can still get there, but it takes more time. But when you don't see an example for real, you think you have to get it right now. So 3 or 4 years sounds crazy to you. But if you see it, like, oh yeah, my uncle, he's a doctor now. He went to school for, 8 years or whatever it is. And, he came out and he was 32, 33, whatever. And now he making crazy money. That sounds reasonable to you. It's like, I could do that. He don't seem that old. But if you tell a kid that never seen anything, 15-year-old kid, yeah, man, when you're 32, you're going to be making $750,000. You're like, 32? I can't wait for that.
I got a two-sided thing to that. So, one side is, what if somebody says you weren't old enough or you wasn't in that headspace, so for me to give you that game, you wasn't in this field, so I couldn't give you that insight at that time.
Well,
you got it? You see like it?
All right, bro, you can't talk to ears that won't hear. It's like, the ears got to be able to hear. what you gonna get on. And so I do have certain people around me that be like, "One game," I'm like, "I can't give it to you because you're not ready to receive it." Like, bro, what you had to do? What, bro? It ain't gonna hit like this. You gonna have to go like this. And that sound crazy, bro. I don't see nobody on Instagram. That's because Instagram a highlight tape. And so you can't give a certain game unless somebody ready to receive the game. Because if I give you the game too early, then it's like a premature baby. If you get it too early, then everything ain't gonna have time to develop and get what you need to get. It's the same way with God blessing you with something. Like, you destined to be a millionaire. You destined to be whatever you want to be in life. But if God give it to you too early, you like, and that was the same thing with me. I give you a real life example. I got down here, got in the music industry with the top executive in Atlanta, bro. Like, awesome, just like, quick, microwave. And then I got it. And then it's like, I played the situation completely wrong. Didn't get no contracts, didn't get a lot of stuff that I should have got. And then, now I'm looking back after getting all the experience I really needed to handle that situation. I was like, oh, no, they didn't play me like that with the stuff I know now. Well, I know at 29, if I knew at 24, I'd probably be like super rich right now. Because I had the situation, I just wasn't ready to hold it. That makes sense? And so that's why you can't give people the game. I swear.
Wow, I'll add to that.
With the right tool.
Most definitely.
I'll add to that true, you may not be ready to receive it, but also I don't think as the person giving the game, I don't think you you're not wise enough. You don't have divine wisdom just to say who is or isn't ready. You don't know what you can spark in somebody. You know what seed you plant in somebody that may grow into some beautiful tree or flowers or whatever it's going to grow into. And maybe they don't receive it right in that moment, but you planted a seed. And then they saw something on TV or they talked to somebody on the bus stop or who knows what it is. And now they got it, right? So I do feel like it reminds me kind of that scenario you mentioned earlier where I feel like it's kind of, again, a cop-out. It's like they're taking an easy way out. Nah, you ain't ready for that. How you know? I may not be. It's possible I'm not. But I think you should still try to tell them. Maybe you don't like stick your neck out for them. Maybe you don't give them money or put them on a job that you know they're not ready for, right? And ruin your name. Sure, I get all that. But have the conversation, right? Because you don't know what that seed will do.